You want to do it in a fontana. This is the fontana. You have your mound of flour on a board, and you just want to burrow down into it, just like that. So here we have sale, un pizzico di sale, as they would say. And then our water goes right in here. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil, about a couple tablespoons. And now the trick is to start here at 12 o'clock and to bring the flour just gently into the center. You keep going around like this until you have a ball of dough that isn't smooth, but it's going to prevent all this other liquid from going everywhere. So you now start to knead this. And I'm going in a rotating motion. I know it doesn't seem that, but I'm actually turning this dough as we're going. When I can do that, and those holes don't close up, I know that that dough is ready. Now you have your rested dough. So, we're going to make the ravioli with this. You see how easy it rolls out. Now, there are two ways to do it. You can do it by hand, that's one way, or, and you see how nice and stretchy that dough is, but it's much too thick. Keeping the other pieces covered, and put it through a pasta machine. Or you could do it by hand. Here we have a hand crank pasta machine. So when you put it through the rollers, you catch it, and you see how stretchy it is, and you don't want it wider than what you have here. That's it. So once you get to this point, you want to have a little bit of flour down on your board, because now you have to cut these. A little flour on both sides. And you just start cutting out the form. Now this is just the pasta part, because we have to do the filling part. You would take just a dab, and then we're going to show you how to make the filling, and you would just put it there. You don't want too much because you don't want this all to squish out, so you've got to space it. The filling for them is simply ricotta cheese that you're going to add some eggs to, some grated Parmigiano Reggiano, some fresh marjoram, salt, and pepper. And this is all going to be served with a simple tomato sauce, just a basic tomato sauce. And just go between the ravioli. You're going to have to cut these. We'll do that. Then when you get your edges cut neatly, you take a fork dipped in flour and you go around those edges. And because you haven't overfilled this, the filling is not going to flop out, and you've created the homemade raviolo. Looks just like that. If you want to do it the other way, with the little circles, well then you almost like making a tortellini. Fold it over, pinch the edge, take that fork, go around the edges again. These are two shapes that you could form the ravioli into. Either do this traditional method here, which is classic. Some people like them square, round, or you could do a half moon shape. You could make them even smaller.